How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the Nemesis Gaming League. I'm your friend Gallium, and today we are taking a trip down to the Challenger League to watch Bishops and Assassins take it to the pitch. I'm here with the man, the myth, the legend, Dronus. How are you doing, sir?
I am doing incredible. I'm so happy to be here. It's so good to be back once again. And you know what? We have ourselves a great final matchup of the night. Both these teams, 2 and 3, looking to go back to 500. And both these teams are very, very solid. But it's definitely going to be an interesting matchup developing.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you have both these teams at the same record. They're both 2 and 3. And I mean, I heard a little bit of a rumbling that
hmm
Speed Demon might be subbing up for the Bishops. So it could potentially be Sands taking on Speed Demon. We have a GM clash potentially in the works.
Yeah, that would be that would be really, really funny to see. It would be the perfect content for the final match of the night.
Oh yeah, 100%. And in these respective rosters, if everyone shows up, of course, we might have some stragglers. The Bishops are probably going to be fielding Bmar 99, Grambo, Magic, and Zerko. And the Assassins have Courses, Squirrel, Sands, and Critter. So, I mean, the two players that stand out to me the most, Assassins, they have Courses. Courses is just an upper echelon player, a rival drop down. He's very good. And then on the other side, you have Bmar. I mean, he's just a solid player all around, and he used to be, um, I believe in Rival, if I'm not mistaken. But anywho, both these teams really good, and I'm looking forward to this match. And Dronus, I got to get your predictions, man. Who do you think's taking this one?
I think it's going to be Bishops. Sands is not playing. It is now confirmed that we will not be seeing Sands. I think the Bishops are due. Their first 2 matches of the season, they won. They have lost the last 3, 2 in game 5s, and once they got swept, I think they are due for their 3rd victory.
You know what? Not even crazy. How many games do you think it's going to take? Are we going to go to 5?
I am gonna predict Bishops in 4. That's gonna be my
Oh.
prediction right there.
You know what? I'm gonna have to go the opposite of you, respectfully,
Okay.
because Courses is on the other side of the field, and he's an absolute dog. I mean, I
Mm.
haven't seen Sands play since the dawn of time, so I don't know how good he is anymore, but I know Courses is still and always will be an absolute dog. But excitement aside, we had some pretty good matchups earlier, but I think this one is going to be the best one because I think the first game on stream was a sweep. The second one was a
Yep.
3-1. I think this one's going to be much closer, and I feel like both these teams are going to fight to the bitter end.
Yeah, I would agree. On paper, this is one that very well could go the distance. Both these teams hungry for that 3rd W here in Nemesis Season 12, but game 1 set to go. Let's see who can get it done.
Yes, who can get it done indeed as fireworks are off. Both these teams ready to go as Courses takes the first touch. It's off the back wall of the assassin zone. Grambo gonna shoot it on target. Courses gonna hit it right back. Critter, a beautiful touch. Critter, Nemesis legend. He is on the pitch. He was semi-unexpected to play, but he's here now and he's ready to shine as Grambo gets it across. Courses over to Squirrel. Squirrel as well. Very seasoned veteran, former rival player. So both these teams have a lot of talent, a lot of firepower, and we're seeing it early as ZRC is going to put it in the back of the net.
Yeah, course is a bit of an awkward flip there, trying to get Tessa. Miss there from Squirrel, and just those couple defensive mistakes in a row. I mean, punished by a bar down shot from Xerxes. I mean, that is just a beauty.
Oh yeah, I mean, I took a bunch of pictures of that. I pulled out my phone and as soon as the replay was going, yeah, just such a beautiful goal. It's like standing on top of a mountaintop and looking off into the distance. That was magnificent. As Course is going to take a shot of his own, but it's going to get blocked away. And Bishops finding a goal early. That's going to be massive for them against this Assassin squad. You predicted them winning, and so far they're looking like the better team as Courses takes a shot off the backboard. Another shot coming out from Squirrel, and they're denied. Assassins trying to find any way they can get past this Bishop's defense, and they almost did. Courses off the post, and the 4th defender strikes again here, Drones.
And maybe a good counter chance. Ultimately, we are seeing kind of both these teams still seeming to find their rhythm here a little bit. Gallium, it still seems to be a little bit awkward in these first 90 seconds, but I would expect as this series goes on for both these teams to look a lot sharper.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, stream nerves are a thing for a reason. I mean, you never know how many of these players have like warmed up, or if they've just took a trip to McDonald's and just got back. It could be either or. As we have courses, gonna let Squirrel take it, and now Beamar passing it down to Grambo. In the midfield, this Bishop's team is very deadly. ZRC gonna get it past Beamar on accident. Now he's gonna take up the wall himself. He has 100 boost. He gets it past 2. Can he get it past 3? A shot coming out. It goes off the crossbar, and this one goes off the post. No one can find the back of the net, as that is the second post shot we've had in this game. And I mean, both these teams, it seems like they're just hungry for that next goal here, Jonas.
Yeah, and Bishops, they've been able to add on a lot of offensive pressure early. Already 5 shots compared to the 1 from Assassin so far. And yeah, we have seen the post play a part in it, and I think if both teams are able to maybe lock in that shooting precision a little bit more, we're gonna see some higher scoring games. But for right now, it's still just 1-0.
An open shot, courses off the crossbar. The hardest shot in the game is an open net, so we'll let that one slide. It never happened. I closed my eyes for that one. As Courses gonna send it down the pitch. It's in the midfield. Beamar gonna beat him out. Beamar can't get a second touch. Neither can Critter. It's all up to Squirrel. He got almost bumped, but he's gonna stand strong in the net. ZRC gonna get a touch back to the midfield. A beautiful 50. ZRC is just dicing up this Assassin's defense. Very good pickup for Speed and his squad, as Grambo gonna get 50'd out by Courses. Courses gonna get another one. Now it's off the sidewall. Critter, he's circling around like a shark. He gets 50'd out. Beamar, beautiful touch. It's in the midfield. It's floating around. Squirrel and Courses have a chance. A pop-up from Squirrel. Courses with the follow-up, and it doesn't go. Now Critter with a full boost in a dream. He's up with it. He gets a mid-air demo, and that's just absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, I don't know if he was intentionally going for that, but hey, if you're always going to take a demo on the offensive side, and honestly, from what we've seen right now, the Assassins, they need that offense.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, both teams, once they get in the offensive zone, it's looking like a lot of shots are coming out, but it's just if they get into that offensive zone, because it seems as though the Bishops are having a little bit more control over this game. I mean, obviously they have the lead, but just a lot more pressure, as this could be an open net. Critter gonna have to race back, and he does. 2 demos coming out now. This Assassin's team is the most awkward I think they've ever been. Shot getting missed. ZRC last to defend. He's gonna send it into his own quarter and work from there, but a horrible bounce. ZRC unexpected, and Grambo gonna take a nice touch. He gets a low 50. Critter gonna 50 him out as well. ZRC gonna fly across, give it to Beamar. Beamar, a beautiful 50 off the ceiling. Courses gets 1. Can he get a second? No, he cannot. Beautiful defense by ZRC yet again. Squirrel gives it to Grambo. The ball is up. It's past Critter. Is it past Courses? No. A beautiful save from Courses, but they have less than 20 seconds remaining. They need to find a goal to equalize this game. Courses sends it over to Critter. Critter has to turn for this. He sends it back to Squirrel. Squirrel with a shot. Oh, the bounce shot almost works. 8 seconds left. Squirrel misses again. 5 seconds. The ball's up. Courses with a little bit of boost. He sends it off the backboard. Squirrel can't find it. Critter with barely any boost is going to have to catch this ball, and he pops it up. It's still a live ball. Courses in the air. He shoots.
Way.
Oh, it's off the crossbar as the Bishops win. I think the closest game I've seen in a while.
Yeah, that is absolutely heartbreaking for the Assassins. I mean, had to go coast to coast. Critter, that pop-up on the defensive side to keep it alive was incredible. Unfortunately, just could not turn in the final shot. Bar down and out, and the Bishops, they're going to be thanking their lucky stars.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like hitting the post and crossbar is a constant theme. I feel like both these teams have had some good shots. I mean, they have good shooters, so good shots come from good shooters. But, I mean, it seems like they're just a little bit off. But I feel like this game, too, they're going to find kind of their shooting rhythm. I can see both these teams really stepping up in this game, too. We haven't seen the best from them, and I think it's going to come in this game as we're going to take a trip down to the train station for this one. as Grambo gonna get bumped away. Courses a nice touch. Squirrel is already, yep, can he get a touch? A beautiful touchdown to Courses. The ball is off the sidewall. Critter, unfortunately, cannot make a touch. Now Grambo races for it. Critter can accidentally double commit with his teammate. Beamar with a full tank of boost. Cannot get there. Grambo, beautiful touch in his own right. Squirrel racing back. Can he get demoed? No, he cannot. CRC now with the ball. Pops it up high. Courses gonna get a touch. Grambo's already there. Grambo almost redirects it on the net. It's floating there, and Beamar's just gonna put it away to give the Bishops a 1-0 lead yet again.
Yeah, the Assassin's just really awkward on defense. Grambo, he has been lurking on the offensive side like that, and then back-to-back misses. Critter and Squirrel, either one could have gotten a touch. There was nothing to be found, and Beamar more than happy to take advantage.
I mean, I'm taking that every day of the week. I don't know about you. I mean, a goal is a goal, and it doesn't have to be pretty as long as your team wins. And so far, Bishop's the only team that has scored in this series. So I think for Assassins to truly have their own say, they're going to have to get a goal to kind of break the ice. And I wonder when that goal is going to come. And it probably should come soon, as it seems as though the Bishops have a lot of pressure, but Grambo gonna accidentally redirect it down to Courses. Courses gonna miss. He almost own goal there. Squirrel sends it across. Critter is not there. Critter can't get the 50. Now it's ZRC. He can't find the ball. Grambo now with control. He doesn't have a whole lot of boost, but he gets help from ZRC. A nice demo coming out from him. Grambo very patient. Excellent play from him. ZRC can't get there. He gets beat by 2 people. Beamar can't find the touch. Now it's Squirrel. He shoots it. It's off the post yet again. Again, another post shot coming out from this Assassin squad. They just have to find that one goal, and I think they're off to the races, Dronas.
Yeah, it's gonna be one of those things where you just feel like the floodgates are gonna open. It's gonna be that one spark, that one catalyst to really start turning things around. As Beamar misses this one, not gonna fly through, but finally, Gramble will get a piece and Bishops extend.
Yeah, it just seems like Assassins are extremely awkward on their defensive end. I mean, it didn't seem like this in game 1. It seemed like they were very comfortable, and granted, they did lose that game, but they looked excellent on defense that game. It's just game 2, I don't know what happened. I don't know if it's a lack of confidence. I don't know if they're just a little nervous on stream, but something has to change, and Bishops are doing everything right. You know, they're getting to the net, they're putting shots on target, and it's getting them goals, and you know, you miss 99 or 100% of the shots you don't take, as Critter is going to put it off the backboard. It's being popped up to Grambo. Grambo very patient. He's going to try to get another touch. Unfortunately, can't. Beamar tries to find one. Courses pops it high for Critter. Critter off the post, and Squirrel is going to put it away. And there we go. Assassin's first goal of the series.
Yeah, it took him a game and a half of finally able to take away one, and Squirrel did a good job putting that one right side. And ultimately, the pressure finally getting to the Bishops. Now we'll see if the Assassins are really able to keep the momentum going.
Yeah, we will see. Pressure makes diamonds, and we'll see if this Assassin's team is a diamond or just a rock, as Squirrel is going to go up for it, not going to find contact. ZRC going to try to get one. Beamar passes it out to Critter. He's on the other team. Squirrel pops it up high. Beamar now with a little bit of boost. Can't do much. Course's beautiful control touch is going to go for the 50. Beats him out. And ZRC, a beautiful clear. Going to make it awkward for this Assassin squad. And Critter barely making the save. He's going to have to pay for that one. Course is coming across. He's going to send it into the Bishop zone. Not a whole lot of boost to work with. But Grambo is going to get it past him. Critter is going to get it popped high. But Beamar, beautiful touch by him. A little less than 2 minutes remaining in this game. Seems like both these teams are at a stalemate so far, Drones. Who do you have taking this game too?
I mean, I'm still favoring the Bishops in this spot. Assassins, they did get their first goal of the series, but you can see they're still struggling to find consistency on the offensive end. And with this 1-goal lead that the Bishops have with a minute and a half left, I think they're just going to be able to hold it tight.
Yeah, you know, it's much easier to hold a lead than to get one, as Beamar barely gets to that one, and he almost puts it on target. It's off the backboard. Grambo gets a touch out. ZRC gonna find the ball. It's awkward. The Assassins are awkward, but of course, get it sit to Squirrel. ZRC now off the backboard. Squirrel, a beautiful 50 from him. Critter now Gonna send it down, and Grambo's gonna have to corral that one. He takes, oh, he gets the boost taken from him. Critter, a beautiful play from the first man. Grambo gets it past one, but not past Squirrel as he takes a shot, unable to find the net. Less than a minute to go. The Assassins have to score to equalize. They're gonna need some magic here as Grambo gonna miss that one. Courses now. Full take a boost and the ball. Only ZRC back, but can't make anything happen. Critter gets one. Can't get another as ZRC. He misses. Grambo's gonna have to get up there, and he does just in time, but Squirrel's gonna take a shot. It goes off of a defender, and there's 30 seconds remaining in this game. Assassins have gotten so close to scoring. Can they do it now? The last thing you want is a Bishop's goal at this point, but you gotta send every single person down to the net. Beemar off the backboard. Oh wait, that was top shelf. A beautiful shot from Beemar. ZRC gets dunked out by Courses, and now it's Beemar's turn. ZRC is going to turn with the boost with Grambo. They're both going to miss. This is an opportunity. Squirrel gets it out to Courses. Courses with a little bit of boost, tries to pop it up high. It's going across the net, and the Bishops sneak out yet another win.
Yeah, and I mean, both these games have been close, but Bishop's just that one step ahead, and the Assassins, they had their chances, but just not able to stay consistent enough. Again, going 1 for 8 as a team offensively. You got to be able to put more away.
Yeah, I mean, it's about execution, and I feel like that's such a trend we see in some of these stream games is you can have all the offense in the world, all the defense in the world for that matter, but if you can't execute, it really doesn't matter. I mean, yesterday we had on the Nemesis After Dark stream, we had Origin taking on Banshees, and it looked like Banshees were in control of like 2 of the games, but Origin was just better at executing, and that's what wins you games. Okay, so Assassins just need to get into that mindset of maybe we don't have to have the best chances. We just need to make the chances count. And I feel like this next game, it's reverse sweep or go home. So Assassins realistically just got to take it one game at a time, and maybe, just maybe, they can slowly crawl their way back into this one.
Yeah, they're going to need to put a lot together. And again, about the offense, they went 1 for 8 as a team, 8 shots, scored once. There were 3 saves on the side of the Bishops, which means 4 out of their 8 shots, half their shots were just off target. You cannot have that happen. And now going into this third game where you have to try and reverse sweep, you got to be able to turn it around.
Yeah, you definitely do. It's, whoa, a nice pinch coming out. Squirrel gonna chase it. Squirrel gets a touch out to mid. Can someone find it? Courses with a little bit of boost, pops it high to Critter. Critter gets one, gets a second one. I don't think that was intentional, as ZRC can't find more than that one touch. Critter now to the mid. Grambo gonna get a nice touch out. Courses with a nice control touch, gets a beautiful 50, and now it's in the midfield. Critter gonna go up for this. The Assassins are showing signs of life here. CRC, he fakes it for Beemar, who fakes it as well. Can Grambo get a fake in there? No, he goes for the 50 as well. You know, they both start with the letter F, so, you know, I think they just got them mixed up here there, Jonas.
Yeah, maybe just a little bit. Well, ultimately, we are seeing Assassins doing well in terms of controlling the boost and controlling the pace early on here in Game 3, but I think it might just come down to that first goal. If they have to work from behind here in this third game, it's going to be tough to try and see them having to break through another Bishop's lead.
As Courses is going to put one in the back of the net. Finally, the Assassins are shooting well.
Yeah, that one just, again, a beautiful bar down shot, and we're seeing a lot of good speed early on here in this third game from Assassins. That is exactly what they need, and sometimes, you know, when you have a team and their backs are against a wall, that sometimes can be the best form of that team.
Oh, 100%. And you know what? The Assassins, they're looking good in this Game 3. Let's just see if they can keep it up. They're going to have to keep the momentum up. They don't want to be found lacking in their defensive zone because they just have looked super awkward in this series so far. Squirrel going to get a nice touch out to mid. Courses can't get the 50 he wants. Beemar going to be the winner of that one. Beemar with 0 boost takes the ball, gets it under. ZRC with a nice 50. Squirrel going to get the boost, and he has the ball. Only one man to beat. Grambo gets a flip reset, gets another, but fakes out his own teammate. As Courses gets it out to Critter. Critter with a shot. He shoots it right into ZRC. And now to counterattack the other way. Courses is already up for that one. Squirrel gonna send it down. Beamar gonna corral this one, and he has all the time in the world. He could bake a pie right now as he gets it sent to the ceiling. Grambo, a beautiful touch, and he sends it out mid. Beamar with one of his own off the ceiling. Can't get more than that. Beamar now gonna have to get some defense going for his team as CRC's low on boost. He's the only one with boost, but he gets demoed. Grambo racing back. Beautiful save coming out from him. And the Bishops are just on the back foot so far. I just wonder if maybe the Assassins have just found the secret formula and they're executing it to perfection here, Jonas.
Yeah, it seems like they have really sped up their game, which is something you see a lot kind of when teams are, facing an opposition match point. They know they need to change something, and it looks like the Assassins have really sped things up. They're a lot more confident through the midfield. We're seeing a lot of great challenges, and Bishops, they don't look quite ready to kind of combat that new pace, so we have to see how they adapt here in this third game.
Yeah, it's kind of flipped the script a little bit. Bishops are going to have to make the changes necessary as Assassins have done their switching of the changes. It's a beautiful shot coming out from Critter. Fortunately for him, Grambo is on the backboard. The ball is getting sent towards net. Critter sends it out. Grambo, a beautiful touch. There's no one in net. CRC has an open net. He shoots. Can he score? He can't. He gets a second touch, and the Bishops are having a little bit of a case of the Assassins shooting from games 1 and 2. But wait, this one's on target. Oh my goodness, bar down. A beautiful shot.
Yeah, I mean, the offense was looking a little bit awkward here, and you can see both ZRC and Grambo go for this ball, but ZRC just placed it so well. Squirrel, low boost, and you just can't keep that one out.
No, not at all. It's just a beautiful shot, and that's that execution. They didn't really have a whole lot of pressure. Just all it takes is one goal, and now it's tied as Squirrel gets bumped. Now it's Courses. He misses his shot. Grambo, with a little bit of boost, tries to get it past Critter and is unsuccessful in the process. Beamar gets one, gets a second, a beautiful touch past another defender, but CRC has a little bit of room. Only one person back in the net, but unfortunately can't find that one. Less than a minute to go. Beamar gonna send it off his own back wall. It's off the ceiling. Can Courses find the goal? No, he doesn't. He assumes the ball is gonna come out to him for a 50, but no one makes contact. Critter now with a shot on target. Grambo barely makes it back. What a save from him. Bishop's on the back foot now. Grambo gonna get one down. Courses gonna try to stop his team from potentially getting swept as Beamar's awkward in the net. Squirrel misses. Critter misses. Beamar misses. A whole plethora of misses coming out right there. And that was kind of a novice moment. Courses off the ceiling. Squirrel now. A beautiful collect of the ball. Courses with the shot. Can he find it? Just barely off target. Grambo up. Critter gets it down. It's kind of open, but Squirrel can't beat out Beamar. Bishop's having a masterclass of defense, but the ball is not dead yet. Can CRC get it down? He can't. The ball almost got made contact with by Critter, and we are in overtime here in game number 3 here, Dronas.
Yeah, the defense from Bishops really being tested, and also, the clutch factor from Assassins, it wasn't quite there. They had multiple chances to try and end this thing and keep the series going, weren't able to take advantage. Now they're going to have another look.
Yeah, well, we'll see if they can hopefully this time capitalize on this one. They're gonna have to be clutch here as Critter gets a nice demo. Beautiful plays from him. The Bishops have been in this place before, though. They know how to win in clutch scenarios, but can the Assassins do them a favor? But, Courses can't find the shot. ZRC gets it down the other end. Squirrel, beautiful pop-up, but it's going to go right into the hands of Beamar. It's popped up for Grambo. Grambo, with potentially a shot, tries to pass the Beamar. Miscommunication there. CRC now can't get it past Squirrel, and now it's going the other way. Assassins going to send it down, but Grambo has a full tank of boost, gets it past Critter. Now Courses is up for the ball. He gets it to the backboard. Anyone there? Squirrel gets it there, but Beamar, a beautiful save. Critter, flip reset. Oh my goodness, almost put it top left. Squirrel racing back for that one, and he's going to try to get a touch himself, but he can't make contact. But Critter almost had a highlight reel goal there.
Yeah, Grambo ripped that one away from him. He has had himself an incredible defensive look this game. He's already got 5 saves, and that 5th one was huge.
Yeah, I've seen Grambo kind of get these goal line saves that make the heart race a little bit. He's given his GM a little bit of a heart attack here as Beamar off the ceiling, can't find the touch. Forces, it's no boost. Squirrel, no boost. Critter with just a little bit, bangs it down. Grambo again on the defensive end, getting a beautiful save. Courses taking it to the backboard. Grambo again just clearing it out. He's a pest in the defensive zone, but wait, a miss comes out. Critter with the shot, and it's right in. The Assassins have taken a game.
Yeah, and I mean, it felt like here in this overtime, it was 2 minutes of constant pressure from the Assassin Bishops. They had some great defense, they had some great stops, but there is just not much you can do when you're getting outshot and outpressured like that.
Yeah, nothing you can do at all. And the Assassins, it took a lot to get them that win. I mean, they had oh my goodness, so many shots. I mean, this Assassin squad finished with 15 shots on target. So they were shooting like no one's business. I mean, but on the other end, Bishops were saving everything. 10 saves as a team, that's absolutely ridiculous. And they only had 5 shots, but a goal. So if the Bishops can get a little more shots on net, they can potentially take this in game number 4, as you predicted, Dronas. I mean, the Assassins heard you. They were just like, you know what, we got to get Dronas' prediction correct.
Yeah, we'll indeed have to see. I mean, they very well could get it right back again. We just kind of saw right from the get-go there in Game 3 that the Bishops fell behind in terms of pace. Now going into Game 4, they need to turn that around because getting outshot by 10 shots, that's not really a stat you can have.
Yeah, no, not at all, especially in this stage of the game. But ZRC again, a beautiful top shelf shot, and he's going to get his team the lead yet again.
Yeah, it was a nice setup from Grambo and ZRC. Just the outspeed, their courses, the feels bad backflip in net, and yeah, he's gonna be thinking about that one for a while.
You know, it happens to the best of us. Happens to me too many times in ranked. So I feel his pain. As ZRC he gets beat out by Courses, and it was almost on target. Squirrel misses his touch. Now Critter's gonna have to race back for it. Gets one. Can he get a second? He does. Gets it over to Beamar. Gonna have to clear that one out. Critter had a slow start, but he's slowly starting to warm up a little bit, and that's something you don't want to see if you're the Bishops, but the Bishops do have the lead here, so the game is in their hands as of right now. This ball's dangerous. Oh my goodness, it almost goes. How did that one not get put in the back of the net? Again, the Assassins just cannot capitalize.
Yeah, and we've seen so many chances just like that where they're not able to find that one final touch, or that final touch is just off, and it has been a tale as old as time here in this series.
You know what? And I think part of it is that they know the Bishops' defense is so good. They're just overthinking their shot placement. Any shot is a good shot. Well, Corsus didn't really have to think about that one. He slots it bottom left.
Yeah, ultimately, Squirrel and Courses both able to just boom that one away, and Grambo, it's such a tough read to make, as that one dropping over top, and Courses doing a great job to be there.
It's tied 1-1 now. All 3 of the games so far have been super close, and now this game 4 is following the same kind of script as Critter. It's going to pop it up high. Courses going to race to it, but ZRC gets the better of him. Squirrel off the sidewall, gets it past Beamar. Now Grambo's back to defend. He gets a beautiful heavy clear. Critter gets the 50 out to Courses. Courses with 1. Can he get a second? He does. Beamar now gonna bang it off the backboard. ZRC gonna be there to help defend, but Beamar, a beautiful clear. Grambo right behind Beamar. Beamar with a flip reset. Hello. Almost gets past Squirrel, but Squirrel, he's a Nemesis veteran. He's not letting that one slide.
Yeah, and Squirrel, mostly known for his offense and goal scoring potential, but we have seen his defense step up when it really needs to in this series as well.
Oh yeah, I mean, I feel like every member of every squad has just been playing impeccable defense, but speaking of, where was the Bishops defense? Squirrel is just gonna have the freest goal of his life.
Yeah, I mean, 2 upfield, and ZRC was demoed at the midfield technically as third, and Squirrel could just take all the time he wanted to put that one away. And Assassins, we're starting to see their offense figure it out more and more, and Bishops, they gotta lock it back down.
Oh, 100%. They they've thought about a game plan. They definitely have gone over it between games 2 and 3, and now they're executing. Like we said, they're executing their game plan perfectly, and it's been a different game plan from games 1 and 2. Games 1 and 2, they basically try to play a defensive game, but Beamar is going to expose that Assassin's defense.
Yeah, it was a great 50 here from ZRC, and no one there quick enough, and Beamar threads the needle between Squirrel and Corses to tie things up. Half this game left. It really could go either way.
Here's a crazy stat. The Bishops have 3 shots to 2 goals. That is insane shooting percentage, but you know, you want to see a little bit more shots coming out from this Bishop squad, but we might see one here as Grambo is going to find a goal, but a beautiful pass coming out from Beamar.
Yeah, Bishops, they've still been getting pushed back into their own side a little bit, but when they're able to extend on the offensive side here in game number 4, they have looked dangerous. As you mentioned, now shooting 3 for 4. Every single player on Bishops has a goal right now in this 4th game. Assassins, they got to be careful because we're starting to see both teams heat up. Critter, that's a good 50. Squirrel will tap, and another, we're tied again.
Squirrel getting his 2nd goal of the game off of 3 shots. He had the Bishop's shooting percentage at one point, so you know he's having himself a heck of a game. So now these teams are tied. It seems like a common theme, but this is a little bit more of a high-scoring game than we've seen previously. Both teams having 3 goals to their name, and they've both found out different ways to expose the other's defense, and I think that is crucial for both teams. But which team can last the longest? Which team can find that clutch goal? I mean, that's up to the Rocket League gods, and we're on Hidden Temple Field, and you know, crazy things happen. Forbidden Temple is kind of it's known for some crazy things. As Beamar is going to put it off the backboard. Is anyone there? ZRC gets it to Grambo. Grambo with a shot. ZRC with another touch, and it can't find the back of the net. ZRC now off the backboard. Wait, Squirrel gets a nice pass. Can Critter find it? No, Grambo going to get there before him, but a beautiful 50 from Critter. ZRC is going to have to read that, but he cannot. A difficult read, but Corses finds the back of the net.
Yeah, that's twice now where we've seen tough 50s immediately drop middle and 2 misses from Bishop's players when, you know, they're tough reads, but you can't miss those looks, and it just gives another free one to Corses. Assassins reclaim the lead with 1:25 on the clock, and you mentioned this is easily the highest scoring game we've seen so far. Game 1 was 1-0. Games 2 and 3 were 2-1 opposite ways, and now 4-3, and there's still over a minute left.
Oh yeah, plenty of time for this game to swing either way, but currently it's in the hands of the Assassins as ZRC's up with it, tries to get a 50 with Corses, but no one ends up touching that ball. Squirrel sends it down the field. Corses can't find the touch. Grambo down the field. It's now in the Assassin zone. Can they clear it out? They do. ZRC now with 1 touch. He's going to have to shoot it, and he accidentally backflips on that one. He's going to want to have that one back. Beamar off the backboard. Beamar has been a stellar player for this Bishop squad so far. He needs to step up huge for his team. Grambo can't find the touch. Beamar gets 1. Can he get a 2nd? Yes, he does. Off the ceiling it goes, but Squirrel is there to meet him. Grambo pops it high. Critter gonna be there to respond. Grambo gets 1 more touch, and he's gonna try to send it out, but Corses gonna deny him. Less than 20 seconds remaining. Beamar and Corses 50 it high. Grambo gets a 50, but he gets out 50 yet again. The Bishops need a goal to send this potentially to overtime. Will they find it? Grambo passes it out to Beamar. What a shot! That's incredible!
Ice in the veins of the Bishops. Corsa touch off the corner. Grambo, no boost. Beautiful infield pass to Beamar. He goes top left. The Bishops want to end it in 4.
I mean, you got to give your flowers to Beamar. He's just been absolutely phenomenal. 2 goals, 1 assist, 2 saves on 2 shots. He is shooting 100% from the field right now, and he is the reason this Bishops team is back in this game, as the ball is still up in the air, but it drops down low. And you know what? We're going to have another close game. I don't think my heart can handle this. I'm not going to lie. I feel like I'm going to die from a heart attack at any moment here.
Well, we saw a 2-minute overtime last game that the Assassins were able to take to keep this series alive. We'll see if they can do it again.
Almost found the back of the net. ZRC gonna send it off the post, but a beautiful demo coming out from Grambo there. but unfortunately cannot find that one. Courses gets a nice touch, can't find it because Critter bumps into him. Now it's ZRC, and it's essentially a 1v1. Can't get control of that ball. Beamar pops it high. Grambo trying to get there, but Courses fast as ever. ZRC, nice touch, gets it past 2. Can he get it past the 3rd? Yes, he does. He has 0 boost, but they don't know that. What they won't know won't hurt them, as Critter gets it off the backboard. Grambo can't find the touch, but it was a tactical fake to ZRC, but he's there to collect that ball. Beautiful plays coming out. ZRC gonna send it out. Beamar gets it down. Critter gonna send it out. Grambo, beautiful clear in the midfield. He has a bunch of boost, and he sends it near the backboard, but Squirrel there to collect. ZRC tries to send it infield, but Beamar playing a bit defensive there, and I don't blame him. Grambo gets it out, but Critter's right there. The shot coming out, and Critter is going to even the series at 2.
Back-to-back OT wins for the Assassins. The reverse sweep is alive and well. The backflip on the goal line from ZRC. You just got to think maybe a double jump, and that overtime would have kept going. But Assassins, they are sending us to Game 5.
Guys, Jonas and I would never lie to you. When we said this was going to be the best series of the night, we were not kidding, okay? Both these teams have given it their all. Every single game that has been played has been a 1-goal game. Both these teams giving us a bunch of content. You know, the Challenger League has never looked better than right now, and we're going to see who can take out this Game 5 to advance to 3-3 on the season, or unfortunately on the losing end, 2-4. So this is a big game for both these teams. Obviously, divisional opponents. So, I mean, whoever wins this does move up in the standings in their division. So this Game 5 is more important than ever for both of these teams. And I'm looking at specifically Beamar to step up for the Bishops. He had himself an insane game. Fortunately, couldn't get it done. But on the other end, I mean, Squirrel, he MVP'd that game, and I don't blame the game for thinking that. I mean, Squirrel just had an amazing game. He was really there at the ball whenever it needed to be. Beautiful 50s coming out, and he's just such a clinical goal scorer, and it really showed right there. But game number 5, Champions Field. Will there be fireworks, or will one team go home sad?
I mean, we'll have to see. Both these teams looking to go 3-3, but they're going to only be 1. But there's more on the line at this point. With the reverse sweep still alive for Assassins, back-to-back OT wins. They've showed that the clutch factor is there. They just need it for 5 more minutes.
And they do it as Grambo almost finds a beautiful shot past Courses. Beamar gets a touch out. ZRC tries to send it to Grambo, but Grambo playing a little bit defensively. A beautiful play. Can Grambo find it? Courses, nice defense. I mean, a little bit of a wonky play, but he makes up for it. Critter off the sidewall. Critter has gotten way better as the series has progressed. He's really just, he's ascended to his true self. It's like a caterpillar, you know, coming into a butterfly. I mean, he's really just flying around the field. He's looking real good, but he's going to have to help his team pull off this reverse sweep. He is the clutch factor. We're going to see if he can't make a difference here as Courses almost gets a power clear, but it's going to fall to the wayside. Off the backboard it goes. Courses sends it down. Squirrel, it's a nice pitch, and oh my goodness, all Grambo can do is sit there and watch.
And the Assassins will break the ice here in Game 5. Courses to Squirrel, and Grambo just had to stop and watch. Assassins, they are not messing around here on Champions Field, and the Bishops, they better look out.
Bishops, they're in the most pressure I think they've ever thought they would be in. You mentioned it, 2 of their last 3 games have gone to Game 5s, and they lost both of them. Really is a telltale sign. Can they break the curse, or will the Game 5 curse come back to haunt them? Beamar gonna get a nice touch off to the sidewall. Off the ceiling he goes, gets one down. Grambo gonna attempt to get a touch. He does, but it's not on target. ZRC, 1, can't get another. He runs out of boost, but wait, this is a dangerous ball. Beamar doesn't have boost. Grambo's gonna have to get back there, and he does. Of course he does. Squirrel, beautiful pass. Courses can't get the touch he wants. Critter now off the sidewall. Courses gonna cut him. Critter now, with a little bit of time, he's going to take his time. An amazing pass. Squirrel's got to capitalize, and of course he does. Squirrel gets himself another goal.
And again, the defense here, Gallium, just looks so awkward from Bishops. I mean, Squirrel put it on target, but that was a slow bouncer. 30 MPH drifting into the top left corner, and no one in net. could find a save. And, you know, we saw the defense from Bishops. They've been looking good all series, but they conceded 5 goals last game and have already conceded 2 in these first 2 minutes. That needs to change.
Oh, 100%. That's one of the things that they definitely need to work on, and they're not going to have time to really dwell on that, as they have less than 3 minutes to go to score at least 2 goals to send this potentially into an overtime. But I don't think this Assassins team is going to let them, as Squirrel gets it up high. Course is going to find a touch. Squirrel going to have to turn for this ball. Gets a beautiful 50. Critter up for it. Gets beat out by Grambo. Beamar's already there. Gets 1 touch. Gets a second. Squirrel going to pop it high. Grambo is going to have to rotate back. Let ZRC take it, but ZRC misses the ball. It's now a 2-on-2. Beamar. Beautiful defense coming out from Beamar. Seems like he's the only one kind of with the clutch genes on the Bishop squad. Both ZRC and Grambo just kind of panicking right now. They don't look like their games 1 and 2 selves.
Yeah, we of course saw those misses last game as well, you know, with those tough reads coming across the middle. And, you know, they're tough reads at that, but you need to find some sort of touch, and they've just looked so awkward on the defensive end, and their offense is struggling to really get started as well. They're 0 for 4 to open things up. Meanwhile, Assassins, they're 2 for 4 in this game.
Yeah, I mean, it seems as though the Assassins have kind of flipped the script. I mean, they had bad shooting at first, but oh my goodness, Critter. Who are you feeling like today, sir? I mean, that was almost just peak from him, but he'll have more opportunities, as maybe this one, as he passes it, but Course is not going to turn on that one. The ball is still popped up. Squirrel gonna almost dunk out Beamar, but now it's Critter up in the air, gets it off the backboard. ZRC is gonna have to race to it. A beautiful play coming out from the Bishops. Now it's a 1v1. Demo attempt coming out, but what a beautiful save from Squirrel. But the Assassins are still panicking. Bishops have to score, and they don't end up scoring. The pinch working yet again for this Assassin squad. It's like they're, it's like their trap card here, Dronas.
Yeah, and you can tell as well, the Bishops just look more timid than they did in those first 2 games. I think those overtimes quickly getting to them, and the reverse sweep attempt, I mean, to some degree, how could it not?
Yeah, I mean, it definitely gets in your head. As someone who's been reverse swept this season, it definitely gets in your head for sure. I mean, you get those first 2 games, you're like, all right, guys, let's close this out. But those, you lose those last 2, it's like hopeless in game 5. But wait a second, ZRC with a beautiful save. Bishops have had 0 offense so far, it seems. Grambo gonna try to kickstart that offense that I mentioned. ZRC gets it to the side. Courses goes up high. The shot almost on target. Squirrel gonna try to put one on target himself, but Beamar gonna 50 him out. It's a 2v1. Now 2v2, gets it past 1, can't get it past Courses. ZRC gonna miss his shot. Squirrel passes it out. Grambo gets a single touch. Can he get the 50? Of course he does. Squirrel now up with it. He gets it over 1. 5 seconds left. The Bishops need to score right now, but I think they've done it. The Assassins have advanced to 3-3 and pulled off the reverse sweep. I believe the first one of the season.
Yeah, that is absolutely spectacular. Not only the reverse sweep, but back-to-back overtime wins. And then the only game that was not a 1-goal game being Game 5 on Champions Field. The Assassins got the job done. And the Bishops, that is 3 Game 5 losses in a row.
That's a little ridiculous. I think they'll bounce back, but definitely this game is going to have to be something they look back on. I mean, games 1 and 2, they looked so incredible, but Assassins turned on that switch, and they deserve this win. I mean, they fought so hard. I mean, going to that amount of games that they went to, I mean, the game started at 9:30. It's now 10:13. They played almost 45 minutes of Rocket League. So, I mean, they had the will to reverse sweep, and that's half of the battle. You have to be mentally prepared to do that. But, now that the game's over, unfortunately, you didn't get your prediction right. You almost did. It was looking good there for a second.
Close.
Yeah, for sure. But it was a pleasure casting with you, Dronas, for this Chally League game. It was a fun one.
Absolutely, it really was. I mean, you know what? We said at the beginning, on paper, it looks like it's going to be the best match of the night. We were absolutely right, and I hope everyone enjoyed. The content delivered itself.
Yeah, we're never wrong. You never forget that. We're never wrong. As, you know what? That's it for us. The last matchup, of course, being the best one, but stay tuned, as next Monday we have a bunch of bangers coming your way. Don't know what the matchups will be yet, but that's why you got to fill out your schedule or your match reporter to get on stream so we can have more banger matchups like we just had. I'm your friend Gallium. I was joined here by Dronas. Thank you again, Dronas, for casting with me, and you guys have a great rest of your night. Peace out.